It has been 2 weeks since the senior staff dealt with the red mist down on the surface of the planet. Um, all has been quiet. The USS Tenshi has been successfully recovered from the planet surface below and has been ongoing, essentially basic repairs to get it worthy of space travel to head back to Seoul. And they're nearly finishing that project. All structural repairs on the station have been completed, and most of the crew is enjoying some downtime other than the science department, which is they continue their survey on the planet's surface below. And with that, we're going to cut to Elena 4 and Commander Arif in the holodeck, going over the new program that Elena 4 just created.
Wasn't it his Quicks that asked for this, not Arif?
Commander Arif, is that right?
It was sorry. Quick's idea.
Yeah, you're just kind of going over what you've created so far.
Alrighty. Well, what'd you summon me for, Lieutenant?
See that? I mean, that's the question. I don't have any reason to include Arif. Like, I don't know.
I'm perfectly fine not being included by the lieutenant.
I'll just say
Yeah.
the counselor's there then. Go over your progress.
Lieutenant Ellen, I see you contacted me. You got
Your program is complete.
well, let's see what you got. Tell me about it.
Computer activate Ellen Land RNR.
As the program materializes, a seamlessly generic amusement park, consistent of 20th century Earth nostalgia. A mixed mosh, and as you notice, all of the people running the different stores and rides and whatnot all look very similar to the emergency medical hologram.
As you can see, I've designed it to maximize fun.
I've noticed that all of the characters seem to bear a striking resemblance to your ECH.
He's designed to elicit emotional responses when necessary. I figured he could elicit happiness.
Well, perhaps some of the same basic programming, but a little more variety. So, what did you use to base your attractions on?
I asked the computer to find all instances of amusement parks in the Federation going back 400 years and to start generating random attractions based on what it found.
Random attractions. Does that mean that every time someone runs the program, it'll be a little different?
No, that would take too much computational power.
No.
It's random in that every ride here is a synthesis of all rides.
Wait a minute. Every ride is a synthesis of all rides. That seems to indicate again a lack of variety.
No, this is a perfect representation of what people in the Federation have wanted in the past.
Look around at the rides. Are they all the same?
No, they're different.
Well, have you gone for a test run of some of these rides?
I have not tested the program yet. If you wish to test it now, I can give you a brief overview of how the program works, and we can attempt to see if it functions correctly.
Well, I go ahead and give me the overview, and then we'll need some test subjects to get a true beta test out of this.
Very well. The park contains 100 attractions. Users are meant to uh, participate over a period of 6 hours, uh, visiting it and participating in at least 80 attractions to have a successful rest and relaxation. Although they only need complete 65 attractions if they participate with a computer generated spouse and offspring.
How did you come up with the figure of 80 and 65%? Why not just let people enjoy those rides they like? I mean, maybe someone likes one ride a whole bunch and they like to do it over and over again.
I only took uh, s- my experience attending the academy. It seemed to be a good student, at least 80% uh, marks were required, and um, I figured a spouse and offspring would have a negative effect on score, but possibly a positive effect on enjoyment. So that option was also added.
Well, you've done a bang up job. That means good. You've done a bang up job on the variety of attractions. Is there a water park in here somewhere? One of them surfing things?
No, although considered, I did not believe that anyone would enjoy uh, having to travel around the park having engaged in aquatic activities. It seemed to that it was likely to have a net negative impact on rest and relaxation.
No. Well, it seems like you've got a very good start here, Lieutenant. Or,
Well, let's try it out. Would you like a spouse and offspring, or would you like to go solo?
well, I'll go solo first. What's your scariest roller coaster?
I look towards the nearest doctor and say, uh, "Park attendant, could you help direct our first guest? Just let the know in the park attendant when you wish to start uh, the park counselor, and he will begin the scoring session."
Well, let's leave the scoring off for the first test. Part of rest is a lack of pressure. When we add the scoring element, may put pressure on foes, a competitive nature to it. Not everyone wants their rest and their R&R to be competitive, unless they're playing baseball or golf. Is there a golf course in here somewhere?
There is a course of miniature golf.
Well, that seems like a start. Park attendant?
Yes.
Just turn to one of the many ECHs. So I'd like to test one of the rides. What is the scariest roller coaster here in the park?
That would be the Phantom Express.
Well, let's start that one up and give it a try. And then we'll see if we can invite some of the crew to help beta test this.
Right this way. And he starts leading you over to the roller coaster.
Now, are all the ECH flavored operators all still wearing Starfleet uniforms?
No, they're actually in various different outfits, depending on what their current function is.
I would like to walk over to like the panel that lets you like edit the program.
Okay, you pull up the arch.
Knowing that the counselor is in well control of his emotions because he is a counselor, and I think his enjoyment of the park would be greater if the ride was scarier. I would like to turn up the intensity on the Phantom Express.
Daring engineering difficulty of 2. Actually, I'll let you set the difficulty.
That's tempting. Focus and holographics.
Yes.
Do I want to burn a determination on this? I get a dice from direct neural interface.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's set it at 4, and I'll give you 2 threat. Oh no. It might be a bit early to use determination.
As the roll stand.
Yeah, I don't have. Yeah, I don't have any rerolls. Am I assisted by the computer?
No, because it's independent. Actually, no wait. Yeah, you would be. So computers engineering.
This is asking a lot of the space station.
Gotta get a crit.
Computers engineering.
So close.
Spend that determination.
Sure, why not? I'll spend it. I've successfully been goaded.
Gain of momentum. And yeah, you up the level of fright on the roller coaster by a bunch. And ECH takes you up to what appears to be as you walk up, you notice a little, distortion in the holodeck for a second, then it stabilizes, and he's like, right this way, sir.
Ah, thank you. Do I need to give you a ticket? I don't have any tickets.
You're
What you
the
make?
only guest.
Oh, look at that. Unlimited fun.
And you walk up a set of flight of stairs, and you kind of make your way up and up. Uh, and when you get to the top, you come across there's a wooden roller coaster, all decked out in black and with gold trim on it. Almost looks like a coffin, so to speak, as you he escorts you and sets you down and straps you in. Safety first.
Of course. Well, that and the safety protocols are on, of course.
That would have been a good complication.
Get in, strap on, and ready for the ride.
And he checks the harness and enjoy the ride, sir. And you hear the clink, 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 clink as the chains grab a hold of the wooden roller coaster and start propelling it forward. So far, the ride is enjoyable as you start making the go through a dark tunnel, and you feel like you're going at an incline. And as you start to see daylight come to head, and it stops at the very top, and you look down, and it looks almost like a straight drop, and you're not really sure how this thing is going to support you, or even if the wooden roller coaster is really going to fall off, derail, and you plunge to your death. Give me a control command difficulty of 4.
Okay, let's see. Well, I am in the pursuit of knowledge, so I'm going to spend my determination towards the value risks taken in the pursuit of knowledge.
Sure.
And let's see, I will give you the momentum and 2 threat for a couple extra die. No,
It's
2 threat or an extra die. Yeah.
yeah, it's 2 threat and 1. You just it's 2. It's 2. So either threat or momentum or a combination.
Oh, I actually owe you a threat because I used determination and then direct neural link, and I only paid 2 threat for the 4th dice. I should have paid.
No, you didn't. You rolled the use determination for the reroll.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
All right. So yeah, you only spend the momentum and the threat for the 2 extra die.
Okay. So you spend the momentum, giving me a threat.
And nope, that was the wrong button.
Control command.
Oh,
Spend a determination and all that threat, and still.
Oh, it's more threat. You're rolling 4.
That's terrible.
you're in good company. I had great stats for this, and I rolled a bunch of zeros.
I'm just gonna let that stand.
You go down the roller coaster. Surprisingly, you are strapped in the seat. You're going down. You're plunging. You're not sure how fast you're going, but you feel your hair, the wind sweep back your hair. Your face like pulls back. You know you're pulling something, and as you go up, you feel like your body nearly passes out. And as you kind of go through a dark tunnel, the coaster is going back and forth and really jerking you around. And by the time you come around back to the entranceway, you just the pull out the restraining harness comes out, and you feel utterly sick to your stomach, and you just throw up all over the EC or the holographic attendant that looks like the ECH. Good time.
Yeah. Yeah. Quick, wipes the remainder off his face. Goes, that was fantastic. That was great. That was perfect. Yeah, people love that.
And
Those people that like being afraid.
as he helps you off the roller coaster, you feel like you're just shaking as the sheer fright of horror that and the nauseating effect of how the roller coaster jerked you around. You have now an increased complication range of all future tests for the rest of the scene. Or, well, sorry, for the rest of the episode.
Okay, that's fair. Whew. All right. Let's talk to the commander about getting some more test bunnies in here. Rabbits. Subjects. Yeah, that's it. Test rats. Subjects. Hey, Ellen, you gotta come. Well, can you? You would. I don't know that you would even have fun on this, Ellen. You got that whole "don't feel fear" thing going on.
Did you? How would you rate the intensity of the ride?
That was. I'm gonna sit down over here for a minute. My legs are still shaking. That was. That was more than I thought it was going to be. That's what I get for asking for the scariest roller coaster ride. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit down here for a minute.
Doctor, you did failed to notice, but your communicator keeps chirping.
Oh, answer. Lieutenant Quick's here.
Yes.
No, it's no. Lieutenant, your morning session, your patient is here.
Oh, I'm on my way. Quick's out, Lieutenant Ellen. Why don't you see if you can round up some volunteers among the command staff to try this thing out.
Very well. I'll turn to one of the ECHs and say, send entrance tickets to all senior staff.
Who? Our program, they don't. Their programming doesn't extend outside
Oh,
the
okay.
holodeck.
I'll have to do this the old-fashioned way then. Ellen to Dr. Mountain.
Excuse me. Oh, hi. Mountain here. Hello. Yes.
Lieutenant Quicks suggests that you come and partake in the R&R program.
Counselor wants us to do an R&R program. Did you make this?
I did program it.
Interesting. Yes, I will partake. Thank you. When I am free of my duty, I will be right over. Thank you for the invitation. Anything else?
That is all, Doctor.
Great. Maybe we'll have a chance to chat. See you soon. Mountain out. Now, where was that? Yeah. Yeah. Touches his console and brings up the display of he scanned Helen physiology and then also the regenerator unit that she uses regularly. And I'm going to try to cross-reference with known and unknown sources about her or nano properties as well as the device that she uses. But I'm gonna make a note and then put a reminder to go to the holodeck. And it goes back to studying a little bit more.
Okay. Elena, for who else are you messaging?
I guess I'll invite everybody. I don't. Yeah, I'll invite everybody.
Are you paging them one at a time, or are you just sending them like a general like message?
No, I'll invite everybody all at the same time.
I suppose I'll respond that it's a busy day and I'll try to make it down there later.
What exactly does the message say that you send out?
I it's just a request to come experience the R&R program at the direction of Lieutenant Quicks, the counselor.
Tuzot will report to the holodeck immediately.
Counselor, you enter your office, and besides one of the other staff members, you see Lieutenant Vogel sitting down at a bench, who is your currently your morning session.
Good morning, Lieutenant. How are you today?
I'm doing okay, counselor.
Are you sure? Seems to be a little hesitation in your voice there, Sarah.
I'm not really sure how to describe this, but I don't know if I'm having some type of hallucination or what, but I keep having this feeling that like I'm here, but then there's times where I feel like I'm back home in Montana, back at my family's ranch.
Are these just feelings, or do they go beyond mere emotional response? Move towards sight, smell?
If I didn't know any better, I'd swear I was there.
That's interesting, considering how similar both you and Dr. Mountain remarked that the planet below is like your home. Describe the most recent incident to me.
I was back on the ranch, on my family's ranch in Montana, and I was in the barn tending to some of the horses we keep. I believe I was brushing them.
Anything else?
I mean, my mother was there, and I had a whole conversation about her, or with her, I should say.
Was it a pleasant conversation? A good interaction?
We were just discussing what needed to happen on the ranch, how we were going to split up many of the duties to pick up the slack.
And how did the experience make you feel? Is it did it make you happy, relaxed?
It's hard to say.
Now you describe these as hallucinations, so that implies that this did not happen while you were sleeping.
I didn't think so. It just felt so real.
Dreams often do. Where were you on the space station prior to the last incident? What were you doing?
I was just getting ready for my duty shift.
About how long did the incident happen? How long did the thing? How long did the incident take place?
Maybe a half hour.
Was it a half hour both in the hallucination and here on the station?
Best that I could tell.
And how many times has this happened? You indicated multiple events.
It's happened a few times. So far, it hasn't happened while on duty, but normally my off hours or before I'm getting ready for shift.
Prior to the incident, are there any common thought or activities you were engaged in before the hallucinations?
Not that I can recall.
All right, so for the most recent one, you said you were getting ready for your duty shift. Were you merely going through the motions, allowing your mind to drift like we often do during routine tasks, or was there anything specific you were thinking about?
Just preparing getting fresh in my mind all the duties I have to perform today.
That's your standard routine?
Fairly standard, yes. Wake up, shower, put my uniform on, eat something while looking over the duty report, duty roster, see what experiments are on tap for today.
Other than, well, let's say through the last couple of weeks, any unusual stressors?
Other than having to salvage our ship
Other than that,
and trying to rescue the crew from hallucinations themselves.
yes, that was interesting. Have you gone to see the doctor? See if there were any residual effects from the incident on the planet 2 weeks ago?
I haven't yet, other than the checkup I had after the event. How much time has passed between then, GM?
2 weeks.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen the doctor since coming back onto the ship, onto the station.
Now, about these, here's what I would like to do. One, I'd like you to make an appointment with the medical staff, perhaps Dr. Mountain, since you are perhaps comfortable with him, since he was on the Tenshi. Unless and Garibaldi starts, writing up a script for the doctor. Let's get a full brain scan. Let's eliminate the physical. I don't may or may not be the issue, but we need to test to ensure it. Okay.
If you think that's best.
In addition, I'd like you to, and I may have already asked you to do this for other things, but I'm a big one for journaling. I'd like you to keep a table. I'd like you to keep record of star date and time of any other future times that you have one of these hallucinations. As soon as you come out, and I can, if it becomes an issue with duty, just let me know, and I will talk to the XO as limited as I can talk to him. But I would like you to do is anytime you have one of these incidents, I want you to, as soon as it's done, I want you to describe what happened and what you were thinking about and doing right before it, and describe your emotional reactions afterwards. Can you do that for us?
I could give it a try.
And if nothing else, it will give us a record. What I'm looking for is to see if there are any patterns. Patterns in the events may give us a clue to their cause. And then from there, we can decide what to do about it. I bet you never thought that keeping a diary would be scientific, right?
Well, I do keep a personal log occasionally.
Think of it as a similar matter. Speaking of the Tenshi, how have you been handling the reclamation efforts and getting ready to see her towed back to Utopia Planatia?
At least the ship can be salvaged this time. I guess small victories.
Well, if I remember my history correctly, Starfleet has a habit of building ships better than they were when they have to refit them like this. New and improved, as it were. And I'm sure it'll be better than new and improved when the restaurant comes out with a new recipe. That was a joke, Sarah. It was a bad one, maybe.
Just kind of gives a little smirk.
Yeah. 9 or 10 past lives. I don't think any of us were comedians. Real comedian. Would be interesting. So how are you settling in on your new duties here on the station?
I'd be lying if I said it wasn't exactly what I was hoping for, but
It is an opportunity to do science in a new and unusual place.
you're not wrong about that. And there's an entire planet with a brand new ecosystem to study, so
I suggest that you allow yourself to enjoy that. It's what scientists live for. It's what we live for in Starfleet, to see the new and the unusual. Especially when we're not defending ourselves against this, that, and the other thing.
yeah, but sometimes I can't help to think that this might be a step back in my career.
How so?
Well, I just got promoted to the operations position on board the Tenshi. I was only in the ops seat for a few months before the accident.
I see. And now you're head of science here in Deep Space 17. That would assume some oversight over the ground installation as well. That's a pretty nice feather in your cap for someone that hasn't even made lieutenant commander yet.
I guess when you put it that way.
That's more administrative responsibility than I think I want, at least in this particular lifetime. Maybe in the next one. I seem to remember captaining a starship at one point, 3 or 4 lives back. That's a lot of responsibility. You get the responsibility and the career perks for it, but you get to do what you love rather than being buried under administrative paperwork all the time. Sounds like a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Anything else you want to talk about today, Sarah?
No, I think that's everything that was on my mind.
Okay, well,
Hopefully just something medical and the doctor can fix it.
that would be convenient. But keep that journal anyway, and like to see you make that appointment with your with the medical staff sooner than later. And Quee sends the script for the appointment to Lieutenant Vogel's uh, email or whatever there is in Star Trek, and includes a request for the doctor to send a report to him. And I will see you. We'll see you. We'll do your regular scheduled appointment next week. However, if the frequency of the hallucinations accelerate, or the amount of time that they're taking up uh, increases, I'd like you to come back and see me before our next session.
I'll keep you informed. I'll try to get to sick bay later today. I'm gonna head to the science labs and delegate some of the work before I head down.
Very good. At some point, Elena 4 has created a new R&R program. You might have gotten a message from her. When you get off duty, you might give that a try. Though I'll tell you, the wooden roller coaster is pretty intense.
Have you been on it already?
I that was the one I chose to test out. I believe the attending the holographic attendant needed a clean shirt when I got off. But that's the sign of a good roller coaster or a bad constitution, one of the two. Just be prepared that all the station attendants apparently look like the EMH. I'll get Ellen to work on that.
I'm sure she can introduce some randomization programs to the holodeck.
She is quite talented. All right. Well, let me know how things go with you, Sarah. And maybe I'll see you later tonight on the holodeck.
I'll keep it in mind.
Very good.
Thank you, Consulate. And Sarah will exit.
Meanwhile, back on the holodeck. Tuzat, you enter the holodeck. You find a number of holographic programs, all looking oddly familiar. Walking about and doing appears various duties, either cleaning a table or keeping up with some sort of park maintenance.
I walk over to one. Hologram, please state the nature of the program.
This is Ellen Land, R&R. This is an amusement park. Are you
I
feeling
see.
okay? You look a little flush.
I'm supposed to be blue.
Ah, my apologies.
I see. You don't have many blue species in your park. And is any other people in this simulation at the moment, or is it just holograms?
There is one other that would be Elena Ford, the owner of this amusement park.
Please take me to their location.
Right this way. And he guides you over to where Elena Four is at, and he goes, Miss Elena Four, you have a guest.
I'll look up being eating something, and I will say, you must try the Hosperat cake. It is the what the computer determines would be the ultimate carnival food if all Federation foods were to be combined.
I see. And it has superior nutritious value.
No, the nutritious value is actually um, uh, low nutritional value is a prime indicator of a good carnival food.
That does not seem very logical.
I do not think the carnival foods are meant to stimulate one's mind.
No, I would hope not. I simply would hope that it would stimulate one's GI tract.
Well, then you will find it quite stimulating.
Very well. On your recommendation, I will have one Hosperat.
Just to be clear, it's not visual perspective. It's not actual Haasfrat. It's like if you like fried it and put a bunch of powdered sugar on it. It's
Ah,
that.
I will get one, and you'll see me kind of looking it over very intently, and then kind of look at you with kind of a question on my face. And I will take out my tricorder and begin scanning it for nutritious factors.
There is no nutritious value in this food. You expect there's a lot of calories and other stuff that I can't think of the top of my head.
Lots of simple sugars. Lots of carbs and simple sugars.
Hmm. Are you sure about this?
It is the highlight of the park's cuisine. We also have corn targs.
Please elaborate.
Synthetic targ meat fried in a variety of oils created from various plant life.
Hmm. That doesn't seem any more nutritious than this concoction.
It has much more protein.
Hmm. Then perhaps I will have one of those corn targs. At least it has some redeeming value to it. And I will find a corn targ and examine it closely before taking a small bite to kind of taste it.
You taste the corn dog and you find it exquisitely delicious, despite its nutritional lack of nutrition.
Hmm. It has quite a bit of taste to it, despite the lack of nutritious value. Now, is this the conclusion of the program now that I have consumed the odd foods.
No, no. There are two theories about the optimal arrangement of nourishment and park excitement. The primary theory is that one should engage in the amusements and temporarily stop to enjoy and then recuperate from things such as the corn targ. The other theory is that you should eat copious amounts of corn targs and then attend to the rides. Although
see.
that theory primarily comes from some non-human species.
And what would you recommend?
If you wish to experience the fullness of the program, then you should attempt to achieve 80 of the attractions. I would recommend that. If you wish to look for a place to start, the doctor did enjoy what was the name of that ride? The Phantom something.
Phantom Express.
The Phantom Express. You could enjoy a few corn targs and then attend the Phantom of the Express, and that would be 2 attractions that you would have already completed. If
I
you
see.
wish to attend fewer attractions and still succeed, you can auto-generate a spouse and offspring. They will retard your progress, but they might increase the enjoyment.
Very well. I will have a automated spouse and child accompany me so that I may fully experience your program.
Jim, can I try to use holographics to generate like a random spouse for him and child?
Control plus engineering difficulty 2.
Yeah, I'll pull up the arch and just kind of go, You're Benzite, right? This is player question. I can't remember if
Yes.
you're Benzite or Boolean. Yeah, Benzite. Yeah, I'll just say in a low hum like, Benzite. And I'll look through my options.
You get done setting up the parameters of the program.
In fact, while you're setting it up, and to increase the challenge of the program, how about 2 spouses and 2 children?
I had not considered what the possibility of 2 spouses could have on the enjoyment of an amusement park. I suspect you will struggle to accomplish even 15 of the amusements in the allotted time.
It will be a good challenge.
That gives me a good idea. I will make your second spouse a Klingon.
If that is part of the program, then we shall do that.
Does the roll stand?
Yeah, no, I don't have anything to do anything with that.
After a few moments of programming, the holodeck materializes two individuals. Or sorry, four individuals. All look like the Doctor, except for, well, three of them who are more of a blue shade, as the computer attempts to replicate Benzite features, all wearing various different types of clothing and notwithstanding one wearing a dress. Well, they're two little boys, having the facial skeleton of the Doctor. All of them.
Are the kids like 50% scaled down, or are they
Yes.
just okay? So they're not made to look like children. They're just literally smaller ECHs.
Yes.
Perhaps my history and knowledge of species is incorrect, but I don't think any of these look like a Klingon.
It seems I'm having some trouble with the emitters, but it should have the personality of a Klingon.
Hmm.
If you
Allow me to tinker a little bit. I think I can fix it. I attempt to mess with the projected image to make it look more Klingon.
As you mess with the image, you find that you're not able to actually correct the image.
Okay.
nevertheless, they should increase your enjoyment of the Phantom Train.
Very well. Come, family. Let us ride the Phantom Train.
To the Phantom Train! As the smaller ones jump out in joy. Euclid's like, ugh, why do I have to ride the train? Maybe I
He
should
said
sit
it is
this
part
one
of the
out.
program.
The other one speaks up. And you head over to the Phantom Train. Vogel, are you heading to sickbay?
After I give my team, the delegate to the team, yeah.
You do that, and you head over, well, 10 minutes to the medical ward. And you manage to find Dr. Mountain.
Are we in sickbay?
Yes, you're in sickbay.
Morning, doctor.
Hi, Sarah. How are you today?
I've been better.
Been better.
I
Okay. How
assume
so?
I assume you received the note from the counselor.
Yes, it just crossed my desk. Sure. We can do that. Is it an emergency?
Uh, not particularly. I just rather get it done with.
Well, I don't know if you've seen your messages, but I got invited to the holodeck to, I'm not exactly sure what it was, but Helen invited me. I'm sure you have an invite as well. Maybe we could do that first, unless you want to go through this process right now. I'm happy either way.
If it's all the same, doctor, I'd rather just get it done.
Right to the point. I get it.
Besides, I'm still on duty technically for my duty shifts.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, we'll see how we can get this done. Great. Let's step over here then. I'll see if there's a location to or a schedule to fit her in.
It's
If
pretty
immediately.
lax. You literally you could start doing the scans right then and there.
All right, well, lie down over here then.
I'll get on one of the bio beds or whatever.
You can relax here. Go ahead and just breathe regular, normal, and just let the machine do its thing. When I activate the scanner, hold still. Um,
Reason plus medicine, difficulty 0.
reasons. Oops, that is milestones. All right. Imaging systems as a focus. I'm gonna get a full technical scan.
Yeah, assisted by the station sensors plus medicine.
Okay. I don't need to add a die to this. We're gaining momentum for this, hopefully. Yeah. Well, I technically got it.
I just need the station. You gain 2 momentum. There is a complication on the board. What do you wish to do about the complication? Does it stand or?
We don't have any momentum other than the two I just generated, so it would be a wash. Yeah, let's just do the wash. Make it easy.
So the 2 momentum you gain is going to squash the complication.
Sure. I just wanted to get success at least. All right. Well, it seems like everything is in order, Lieutenant. Sorry, you're free to go back to your duties as usual. Be rest assured that you're fine and healthy.
Oh, that's great news, doctor.
Sure is. All right. Anything else I can help you with?
No, the doctor just wanted to rule out anything physical, or the counselor wanted to rule out anything physical.
Oh, yeah. How is that going? Not needing to pry.
We'll give it a few days and see.
Great. I'm glad the counselor is able to help you as well for your whole being. But on the physical side, you're definitely tip top. So perhaps I'll see you on the holodeck.
Yeah, If I have the time, I'll try to make it down there.
I understand.
Perhaps I'll see you there, Doctor.
All right. Take care.
And I'll go about my duty shift.
You have to do your duty shift, Doctor. You continue to work in sick bay for a while before heading down to
Yep.
the holodeck, but we're gonna go to operations as we go to Commander Arif.
Yes, sir.
You're sitting in your essentially office when you get a chime from operations room.
Go for a reef.
Commander, we're picking something on long range sensors.
Huh. Well, last time it was a mixed bag. I'll be right out, and I will stand up and walk out to ops and ask for a report.
Uh, Not sure what it is, sir. It appears to be some sort of unidentified or some object. It's not really emitting any power signals we're detecting, but it seems its course is going to take it through into the inner parts of the solar system. At least this part of the solar system.
That's fair. It's not heading directly for us or the planet, however.
No, but it will pass by this planet during its orbit within 3 months. Roughly half an AU.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 3 months away.
Yes, we just picked it up. It's on a slow trajectory course.
Oh, well, that's a horse of a whole different color. Excellent. Hmm. I know the lieutenant. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Should I notify Lieutenant Vogel, sir?
Hmm. Um. Not yet. I'm sorry. Give me 1 sec. My food's here.
Kind of sounded like his food arrived on the ice cream truck.
I know.
I'm back. Sorry about that bad timing. I'm gonna say not yet. I know the lieutenant has a plan. However, that being said, it's 3 months away. It's nothing that can wait till tomorrow. But I want you to prepare a runabout. Um, Basically, let's get this mission ready to get underway, but we'll hold off for a few hours.
Um, Understood, sir.
And with that, I guess I'll contact Lieutenant Vogel. I will hit my comm badge and a reef to Lieutenant Vogel.
Go ahead, sir.
Listen, Lieutenant. From what I understand, there's a little bit of a gathering in the holodeck. I just wanted to inform you that afterwards, I was hoping you would be willing to lead an away team. There appears to be an object that will intersect with our area of the system in a few months. And quite frankly, I'd like to know a little bit more about it.
Understood, sir. I'll start preparing the away team, and we'll get underway tomorrow.
Excellent. In which case, have a great rest of your day. And if I don't see you at the holodeck,
You as well, sir. Thank you.
I'll cut the communication. Look to the ops officer. I'll say, well, that seems well enough. Anything else?
No, sir. It popped up on our sensors.
Excellent. Let's make sure to keep scanning it. However, let's keep our sensors pointed there, and if anything changes, notify me immediately, and patch Lieutenant Vogel into that.
Understood. We'll continue to monitor the object.
Good job. I will nod at or all of them, and head back into my office, hoping to stack my schedule full enough that I unfortunately can't make a particular gathering.
Back on the holodeck, Tuzat, you ride the Phantom Express. Not gonna go into the details, but I need you to make a Control plus command, difficulty 4, and I'll make a complication range 2.
It's those
Okay.
corn targs.
Those corn dogs will get you every time.
It's difficulty 4.
Oh, difficulty 4.
Yes.
I'll let it stand. I'll fail.
You get out of the ride and you're extremely disorientated, and you feel like you're about to lose your lunch. Those corn dogs are just not sitting well in your stomach, and after a moment, you throw up on your. I'll spend threat. Your Klingon spouse.
Sorry about that.
And you just see the individuals start cursing at you in Klingon. As if they're insulting you vigorously.
Computer, add family-friendly filter to holograms projected.
Unable to comply. Filter not currently present in program. And they look at you and they storm off.
Well, guess it's a good thing I have 2.
And the 2 children walk up. I want to write again. I want to write again.
We have already succeeded at completing this ride. We must move to the next ride.
But I want to ride again.
That's unfortunate. Begin transit to next ride.
And you usher your photonic family to the next ride. And after some while, Doctor, you head into the program where you find Ellen of 4.
Lieutenant Ellen, how are you?
I am good. The program is working as intended.
Oh, good. So you said you programmed this yourself?
Yes.
Very interesting. I like it a lot. So, what would you recommend? First of all, and perhaps there'll be others attending soon, so it might be quite a hit. Where are the others? Anybody else have shown up yet?
Lieutenant Tuzat is already started his journey.
Oh, really? How far? Okay. What about it? What was the first step of his journey then?
The first step is the corn targ.
Oh, corn targ? You don't
I'll,
mean corn targ?
I'll hold up a corn targ.
Is it actual targ?
Synthetic targ. As far as I know, there are no living targs on the station.
I'm not so sure. I don't know if imitation targ is quite the flavor I was looking for today, but I'll give it a try. So I'll take a bite, or order one and take a bite.
The infusion of and immersion in boiling vegetable oils really brings out the tanginess of the targ.
Indeed. Well, it's nothing like real targ, but it'll do. Thanks.
If you wish to journey to the back and most desolate part of the park, there is a health food station.
Yes, have some sort of syrupy smoothie or something. It used to be fruit.
I believe they have deflavored algae.
Oh, green. Have you invited any Vulcans? Perhaps they would enjoy that. They're mostly vegetarian.
To
Mostly.
my understanding, Vulcans do not take R&R.
Well, they might be ordered to do so, perhaps. But I wouldn't make them. But it would do them good. Fresh air. Anyway, where are all the patrons? Are we just a few of us? Or why are there so many doctor faces, I guess?
Those are the attendants of the park.
Oh. How the
If
mighty
you
have
wish to
fallen.
if you wish to take the path the others have taken, you should attend the Phantom Train.
Phantom train sounds. Is that a roller coaster, I presume?
It is.
Do you have anything like in a spider? It has like long arms and like spins around up and down. Those are pretty good. I like the centripetal force.
Oh, you mean the inertial undampener.
That's the one. Yeah. It's nothing like flinging your body around. The safety protocols are on, I presume, because you wouldn't want to have anything come apart while you're here.
They are on.
Okay, yeah.
Would you like to proceed in that direction?
Oh, I'd love to try it.
I will point the doctor towards the inertial undampener.
All right, you're coming along too, right? Haven't tried this one, have you? Or have you tried them all? Just test them out.
I have not tried this one out. If you wish, I will accompany you. Although, I must make an adjustment first.
Sure.
I will open the holodeck console. Knowing the doctor is an enthusiast of inertial rides, I will up the G's a little bit on the inertial undampener.
You set the. How many G's do you wish to go?
I think the human body can only do like what, 3 or 4 without like a suit.
37 in a row. Not 37.
I will look up the maximum tolerable G's without protective equipment and set it like 5% below that for maximum enjoyment.
Let's go controller daring engineering difficulty 3.
Take 2 threat.
You gain 2 momentum. Yeah, you set the G forces to 3.
3.995.
No, just 3.
Very well, Doctor. Let's attend the ride.
Great. What is this one called? How many are there?
This is the inertial undampener.
Oh,
Or are
that's
you just like pointing? Are you just saying you're like pointing to a ride on the path or something?
No, the one that we're talking about. Inertial undampener?
Yes.
Clever. Interesting. So, how many rides you say there?
There are 100 attractions, although some of those attractions serve food and intoxicating beverages.
Ah, indeed. Spent the hall, I presume.
Yes, the replicators are not set to create actual alcohol.
Okay. Well, alas. But yeah, great. Not on ship, I guess would be fine. Yeah, how about I'll take one of those beverages? I'm not gonna have it all before the first ride, of course, but you would pick one up on the way.
I will direct the doctor to a stand and say, ECH, can we please have 2 Vulcan sours?
Two Vulcan sours coming right up. Would you care for a Hasbrat cake? Pulls out,
Sure.
hands 2 bottles, and opens the tabs. Ah.
I will motion towards the ECH and say, he is our top performer on cake distribution.
Oh, this unit. Nice. Which one is this one?
And he fries, put some stuff in, season it, fries it, puts on a pan, and then, loads a bunch of powdered sugar onto it and sets it up, comes back over with the plate. 1 Asprat cake. Would you care for anything else?
This doesn't look like Hesperet.
It's Hasprat cake.
This
is named after. Okay.
It includes Hasprat. It is the ultimate Federation carnival food.
Indeed. I'll give it a try, sure. Wow. Sweet.
You take a bite in the Hasbrat cake. Give me fitness, medicine, difficulty 2.
I swear there's no biotoxin in it.
Difficulty 2. All right, well, I don't have anything for it. So.
Wait, what's in the Hasbrat cake that's gonna hurt a human but not a Benzite?
He didn't eat it.
Oh, he didn't eat. Oh, that's right. He went for the targ.
Yes. You take a bite of the Hasbrat cake, and a swirl of flavors comes into your mouth, both hot, spicy, and a bit of sweetness as it tingles your taste buds. For a moment, you feel like the intense combination of the swirling flavors nearly makes your stomach upset, but you manage to overcome it and enjoy the rest of the Hasbrat cake.
Well, that was quite an experience. Thank you. Kind of reminds me of uncooked gok. Not flavor-wise, but how my tummy feels. Like the slightly off. Like not fresh. But the flavor is great.
If you like gok, you should attend our Tastes of Earth and Cardassia pavilion, where we have gok and po.
Gok and po. Okay. No thanks. Replicated is no better than rubber, to be honest. Anyway, I've had quite enough to eat. Let's get to the rides. Takes a sip of his drink. There's always room for more drink. Inertial undampener. 3G.
You take a ride. You step right up and you step on the into your step onto the ride, and you begin going around as the ride picks up speed, and you can really feel the G forces start to kick in.
Undampening is correct. I hold on for dear life, as it were.
And for a moment, you almost experience as you go around and the ride takes you up and then spins you down. For a moment, you could literally feel like you're in 0G. As then you're forced pumped back into your seat.
I scream appropriately, not into the microphone.
And slowly the ride comes to a halt, and I need you to make a fitness medicine difficulty 3. Same for Ellen of 4 if she wrote it.
And I'll increase my spend of momentum.
I'll spend
For a
momentum
time?
too.
And I cautious medicine triggers.
Oh no.
Both of you come off the ride. While you
I get a re-roll because of cautious.
Yes. But I don't think you can make a difficulty 3 with the reroll. Oh wait. You seem
You did
fine,
that.
Doctor. Yeah. Ellen of 4. You feel like
Oh wow.
you barely make it, Doctor. You feel like you're getting a little dizzy, and then you notice Ellen of 4 is walking sideways.
I
trying to calibrate
stabilize her from falling over. Usher her to a bench or something. Wow, what a good ride, huh? How you feeling?
I seem to have lost directional control.
Your inertial dampeners are offline. Okay, I get it. All right, so why don't you just take a few breaths here and take a few moments to reorient yourself, and then I'm glad you did not partake in the corn targ, unless you had some earlier. But you're feeling better, I hope. Slowly.
I believe I am. My balance is being restored.
Well, yes. You said 100, eh? 99 to go. 99 amusing.
I
Park
forgot.
rides.
I
In the
forgot
park.
to inform you, Doctor.
Yes.
The threshold for completing the program is lowered if you continue with a auto-generated spouse and child.
You mean have somebody accompany you on the rides?
Yes.
That's what you were here for. So we could go and enjoy it together. We have 99 to go. Once you're reoriented, we can head on to the next one. What did you say? Phantom Train? Let's try that one.
Unfortunately, I will not give you enough resistance and question your judgment enough to qualify you for the reduced uh, attraction target.
That's okay. I don't need the reduced target. We can just try it. Just go for it.
All
Is
right,
other
then.
people showing up?
I think the only person we're gonna run to at the moment is the is Tuzat.
Let's go to the next. Going
Yeah,
forward there towards that ride.
I will try. I will endeavor to make sure that the doctor completes 80 attractions in 6 hours.
Okay, real quick. Vogel, are you heading to the uh, Photonic Amusement Park?
What was that?
For Vogel.
Oh, there goes. I was going to scan the vessel. And just, get the away team starting to prep. And then at the end of my duty shift, I'll head to the amusement park. My plan, anyway.
Vogel, you take up one of the science labs and you tune the sensors over to the object that's currently floating in space. Um, roll reason plus science, difficulty of 1, assisted by the station sensors plus science.
Take a threat.
And Garibaldi, are you heading back to the park? Once your duty shift is over with?
Yeah.
I'll take first response. 4 momentum gained.
So my reason science was the reroll for technical expertise.
Oh, right. 5 momentum gained. Oh, wait. It's what's the stations roll? So it's technically 4.
What's that?
The stations roll.
It's there. It's a 2, or it's
That's
it rolled a
reason
1. It's sensor science, and then my roll's reason science.
Oh, yeah, no, yes, I am reading that backwards.
I did my reroll after the station.
It is, yeah.
If any require momentum spends, just let me know. I think 2 of them do. Huh.
You have 2, so
I would also like to try to do a long range scan of where the path was altered. See if I could determine what
that's
caused it
that's
to alter
actually
the.
that's a task. That won't be a
Yeah.
momentum. Yeah. You're at 3 momentum currently because that's 2 momentum spins. To calculate its original path, that's going to be a reason plus science difficulty 2 assisted by the station's computers plus science.
I'll use a momentum. Astrophysics or stellar cartography for a focus.
I'll take astrophysics.
Yes. And you say computers?
Yes, computer science. 2 momentum generated.
Momentum 4 days. Huh. I'll just roleplay the question. Computer, the the vessel that is heading through the system. You're registering that the path changed 19 hours ago. Is that correct?
Correct.
Can you extrapolate what caused that vessel to change course suddenly?
Unknown, outside of parameters of scanning range.
Theorize reasons why a ship in standard orbit would suddenly be knocked off course.
Extrapolating. Possible comet or other astronomical object near the path of said vessel would nudge such object out of its place, placing on new orbital trajectory.
Have the long range sensors found such a comet? Or
Negative.
asteroid?
No object detected.
All right. So I'm going to compile a report for the rest of your crew and then send a request for away team members. And I'm going to train the sensors to keep scanning this thing to let me know if anything else happens. You know, if it changes course again or whatever.
Okay.
Oh, you could go ahead and jump to somebody else. I'm just going to type this out in Discord.
Vocal, you find yourself pretty busy, like setting up the team that you're unable to get to the holodeck for the remainder of the day, and we will close the scene out as everyone retires to their cabins for the evening to embark the next day. I need to move things along a little bit quicker. So
Okay. I think that's the gist of it.
but yeah, Vocal, you head up to operations for the morning shift um, as you're greeted by the commander.
Lieutenant?
Commander.
Good morning. What have we found anything out about this object?
Yes, sir. And I hand him a pad. Here's my report from yesterday's sensor scans. It appears that the vessel it's definitely a spacecraft. It does not conform to any known configurations. I'm not detecting any life signs or power or no life signs. It has minimal power signatures. I estimate that the ship was in orbit around this star system for little over 100 years. It only very recently, about 24 hours ago, was it knocked off of its orbit.
I assume you've ruled out anything the station could have possibly done.
Yes, Commander. My best guess is either knocked off course by some type of asteroid or maybe an undetected planetary body.
Interesting.
But
Well,
I'm sure I'll find out more once we actually board the vessel.
indeed. Given what you found out, are you still feeling comfortable leading this mission?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. I think I'd like to, just to be on the cautious side, please add to your plans. Take a second runabout and have it trail you a decent ways, just in case.
Hi, Commander. I'll get a second crew going for that runabout as well.
Good job, Lieutenant.
And yes, if you don't mind, sir, I'll go get that started.
Absolutely. Oh, and if you feel anyone has specific expertise and you want to grab them, feel free to put it on my authority.
Aye, sir.
Who?
But yeah, Vogel will leave, and basically, I'll just put a request into the security medical department for an away team. Just to the department heads, and they can give me whoever, or they can come themselves. And I'll just use a bunch of peons for the second craft. A bunch of support characters.
Okay. I just need to know who's going to be in the main runabout.
Yeah, so I think we should take an engineer, a medical personnel, and a security officer. I'll handle all the sciencey stuff. So yeah, really, it's if you want to bring your main character or a support character, I guess is the question for everybody.
Yep. Ellen will come along.
Along with the ECH.
This is the next day.
Yes, it is the next day.
Yeah, Doctor can go if
that will
he's free.
Quiz to go along if there's room in the runabout, just for fun. Plus, he can always serve as backup for medical and security.
In case you meet someone.
Assuming Tuzada's coming too.
Correct.
Okay. Arif, are you playing any supporting characters?
Oh, why not? I'll slip myself into the peon shuttle. Just to keep an eye out in case things go south.
Wasn't asked what type of runabout you guys are taking.
How far away is the place we're going to?
It's in Sisto. You're not going very far.
Yeah, then let's take a cargo shuttle.
Keep in mind, I do not have anything else planned for the station today.
I guess insert me in as random security officer.
What supporting character you wish to use? I think you have 3 made, right? You guys have 3 made currently.
Honestly, I don't want to use someone else's made character, so I'm fine being on the station.
You can technically just
Or
board
the runabout.
You could just be on the runabout and observe too.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do with the second runabout, but it's Vogel's mission. Gotta.
I mean, there are blank sheets. You can also make a supporting character that you wish to play.
Yeah, I'll just make one real quick. It'll random security guy.
Okay. Start put on there for random security guide at the moment. Vogel, everyone has gathered on board the shuttle, so do you wish to brief your team?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Trust everyone read the briefing note, the wave mission notes.
Yes.
Sure did, LT. Sounds like it's going to be fun.
I'm not sure what exactly we're going to find over there or who the ship belongs to, but let's try to gather as much information as we can about their systems, render aid if needed. If not, Doctor, you're here to get any, if we do find any life signs or bodies, try to get detailed scans of those.
Of course. I'll have
I
anybody that
recommend-
needs it.
I recommend that security secure the ship before having any science or medical personnel.
It's a good idea, Lieutenant. But any questions before we head off?
What type of spaceship is this? I guess I didn't get all of the briefing. All the details, anyway.
Sorry, could you say that again, Girlfriend Egger?
No worries. I didn't get all the details of. I got the mission brief, but can you give me the glyph notes? While we're
This is
going.
about 9 hours ago. Sensors detected a vessel entering our system. Our mission is to head over to that vessel and investigate what it is, why it's here, who it belongs to.
Sure.
Render aid if possible, but if not, just report back to the commander with
Sounds
what we
good.
find.
All right, thank you.
All right, if there are no further questions, let's head out. And yeah, once everyone takes their positions, we'll get going.
You set course for the shuttle heading towards the derelict vessel that you detected on long-range sensors. As you get closer, the vessel comes into view like on visual range, and from where you can tell from the outside, it doesn't look like it appeared to have any damage or anything like that, at least visually.
I'll go ahead and get scanning the vessel. Ellen, can you give me a engineering breakdown of that vessel?
I will analyze the scan results.
For just the baseline scan, just give me a reason plus science. Can you guys still hear me? Because I just lost power.
Yeah, we can still
Yes.
hear you.
So yeah, my room just lit up, so I don't have much. I don't have a lot of time for. So yeah, I'm gonna have to probably cut this session right now because yeah, battery's not gonna last long. I apologize.
Okay. Well,
Um,
we'll pick it up
How do you think, man?
2 weeks.
next time.
I will try to pick this up next week if possible. I'll have to see the schedule.